Hey everybody, Dogbert here, and I have discovered the blog before editing what Scopely really wants to say about this blog and what they really think. So let's take a look at it. With the release of version 5.10, we fucked up again and broke the game, and we are going to highlight one issue with a fix to make it look like we are competent. There's an issue with certain players not being able to load the game using their data on T-Mobile carriers, because we had to blame someone who wasn't us. To correct the issue, you have to download a new version of the game, 5.10.1, which will be available shortly today for iOS devices in the App Store. For Android, via Google Play, there's a test version you can download, a beta version, and the full release will come on the Google Play Store next week. We also have the Dark Hunters. A monster new cash grab team is rising from the darkness and heading toward the battlefield soon and is coming for your wallet. The Dark Hunters. The team combines two menacing new faces, the Mystic Morbius and Dr. Voodoo, with strike veterans Ghost Rider and Elsa Bloodstone, who receive some updates that you already know about to make you invest in them since you weren't putting any gear into them. The primary mission will be to take down formal war defense teams in a game mode that doesn't matter, including the resilient Heroes for Hire. There isn't a dedicated Dark Hunter 5th, but a strong option to slot in will be Mordo, because you need to waste more Mystic gear on him. We also got ability and stat upgrades in the version 5.10 release, just to make you feel good about using Training Mats Gold and gear on him. Now let's meet the two new members of the team. And they go into Dr. Voodoo. This is unchanged. About his background, if you're not familiar with the character as I was, you get an idea what he is, and he is a war offense character. As we look into Morbius, though, we find out a little bit more about him. Michael Morbius was born with a blood disease that causes cells to die and weaken his immune system. Don't worry, he's not bio. The condition worsened as he got older, spurring Morbius to study science in college in order to discover a cure for his condition. His research won him a Nobel Prize, but during an experiment to cure himself using vampire bats and electric shock treatment, ignore this, not bio, he's mystic. Nothing to see here. Morbius transformed into a monster. He's a monster, so that's mystic, right? He was endowed with the powers and bloodlust of a vampire. See, vampires, they are mystical creatures, so he should be mystic. Including increased strength, hypnotic abilities, and a healing factor. Hell, Morbius is still a mortal man who doesn't have the same vampire weaknesses towards the sun, garlic, and religious artifacts. This hybrid nature caused Morpheus to kill and name his thirst for blood by being filled with regret and self-loathing for his actions. Morbius' hunger has caused him to tangle some of the city's mightiest heroes, including Spider-Man and The Thing. But Morbius has also assisted heroes like Blade, Elsa Bloodstone, and Ghost Rider. And they go over his kit, and Morbius, I will be honest, is probably the only Dark Hunter with maybe some use outside of the team. You could possibly use him in Dark Dimension if you want to spend Mystic gear on him. Because of his 10% heal, that might be useful, we won't know. And now Reworks, which is just a copy and paste from the previous post to make this blog look like it has content. And you can see the reworks for Elsa, Ghost Rider, and Mordo. Now on to the new Nowhere Heist, the Mythic Flash event. Smash and grab big rewards with Nowhere Heist, the all-new Mythic Flash event trap. Designed to make you waste resources on bad old characters we have no chance of us ever reworking. The maiden run in this new type of Flash event kicks off on February 11th. Hey, we gave you plenty of notice here, a whole week, and we reward Dark Promotion credits, orbs. Elite 7 credits, 25 at the most, and gold, 1,000 gold, that's a lot, right? To join this lucrative event, you need 5 characters that you don't want to work on, so we are making you now put gear and resources into. The 5 you aren't investing in are Kitty Pryde, Rocket Raccoon, and the legendary expertise of Dr. Octopus. Oh, you didn't bother trying for 5 or 6 stars on him, and his event only comes around every 3 months? Lol, fuck you, you will spend war credits on X-23. Invisible Woman and Star-Lord, not T'Challa. Here are the minimum requirements. And the requirements are pretty bad. 5 stars. So if you only did 5 stars, you're only doing the first 2 missions. If you got 6 stars, and you bothered to gear up Rocket and Star-Lord to gear tier 12, let's face it, the others shouldn't be, you get to do 4. And if you're a veteran player, you probably do have them all at 7 stars. You'll need gear tier 13 on Rocket, gear 14, and then the one that really gets you is the 7 stars and gear tier 15. Fuck you, Commanders. Use your tech gear right before we release a new tech team. Different from other Flash events, we wanted to increase the FOMO, make sure you fall for our trap and waste your tech gear so you'll be allowed to attempt missions up to 7 times instead of the typical 3, meaning it's possible to complete the entire Mythic Flash event in its first run. There's still time left to prepare your forces, so start gearing up, wasting your gold training max and tech gear for the start of this mythical trap event. Alright, now we get into the Tabano Mac celebration, which I think he cleared in December, maybe November when it happened, and now we're finally getting to it. The party to celebrate Tabano Max Japan's spending of thousands of dollars as the 2-time Dark Dimension First Finisher Challenge winner already happened in our office, and we spent all the money on weed for our weed lounge. But to make you feel better, we're going to start some stuff on Facebook. Keep your eyes on the official Marvel Strike Force page for the start of Global City and Cosmic Polls, where the community vote between 1 or 2 characters Tabano Max Japan used to be featured in blitzes, because we need you to ignore your life and family and just blitz your ass off. Following a couple weeks after the polls, late February. Notice we don't say which year. Will be the official celebration calendar. This 10-day calendar will give a currency for an orb that will drop 10 shards at a time for a 100 shards total of cloak and or dagger, because we can't milk any more money out of them. But the celebration sharpening doesn't stop there, because we'll be scheduling bonus events for Captain America Sam and Polaris in the near future. The celebration caps off with the arrival of version 6.0 late March, which will showcase the Tabano Mac Japan's second enshrinement within Marvel Strike Force game. Where do you think it will show up, and does anyone really care? Do you even know where the first one is? The fun begins soon, so look out. Power of Love calendar. It takes money and it don't take fame. Heading your way on February 9th at 4 p.m. Pacific to give your roster a big hug is the Power of Love calendar. The calendar will keep your heart fluttering for 5 days and features power cores and makeup for the days mysteriously missing from the month of February. Seriously, why only 28? This really caught us off guard. And then we have the character unavailability this month. It will be starting on February 10th. You'll be able to find Spider-Punk shards in the supply store, as well as the premium, basic, mega, and ultima sword. Good luck ever pulling him, though, since the odds just get worse with every character we add, because we never remove them from most of these orbs. Then we have our weekly bonus events, the Terrigen Storm, because of Ebony Maw. We're getting the M'Baku Blitz, which is a special fuck you to new players who could use these shards for the Quanin monthly event. We are running a Blitz event, so veterans who don't need them will run up the score, making it so you don't get any shards. We get the Black and we get the Maw event. We get Red Stars, featuring during this time, Dark Promotion credits will have an increased drop amount for the first time in many weeks. And then we had the Wheel the Shield Blitz, Captain Sam Blips, and fuck you new players, Blitz event is still running. And until next time, get fucked, Commanders.